Hello and welcome. In this reflection, I'll be discussing George Marsden's influential work, The Outrageous Idea of Christian Scholarship, a book that challenges the assumption that faith and academia must exist in separate worlds. I want to explore this argument, some responses from scholars, and what it means for Christian engagement in intellectual life today. George Marsden published this book in 1997, but the conversation it sparked is anything but outdated. At the time, and to a large degree still today, modern universities largely operated with the belief that scholarship must be secular, objective, and detached from religious claims. The prevailing assumption was that belief belongs in private spirituality, not in public academic discourse. Marsden steps directly into that tension and asks a simple but disruptive question. If universities pride themselves on intellectual diversity, why are Christians' perspectives often dismissed before they're even considered? His argument isn't that Christian ideas should dominate academia, but rather that they should be a part of academia. Christian scholars, he claims, deserve the same academic legitimacy as scholars shaped by feminism, Marxism, postmodernism, or any other ideological framework. Marsden insists that all scholarship is influenced by presuppositions, assumptions about truth, reason, morality, and purpose. And these presuppositions stem from worldviews. Secularism, then, is is not neutral. It isn't itself a worldview with its own boundaries of acceptable thought. He argues that Christian perspectives can provide unique contributions to ethics, science, history, humanities, and research. Instead of compartmentalizing faith, Christian scholars should be encouraged to bring their convictions into dialogue with their discipline, not to replace academic rigor, but to enrich it. As Marsden puts it, the academy should not fear religion. Instead, it should allow Christian scholarship to stand or fall on the merits of its work. Of course, this proposal isn't without resistance. Some critics worry that theological assumptions could distort research. Others fear a return to religious dominance in education. Yet reviewers like Paul Kemney wrote that Marsden is advocating not for a privilege of Christianity, but for the same intellectual freedom afforded to any other worldview based scholarship. Reading Marsden today, I'm struck by how relevant his challenge remains. We live in a pluralistic academic world, yet religious viewpoints often still feel pushed to the margins. Marsden invites Christians not only to withdraw in frustration, but to engage with their colleagues in academia, um, and thoughtfully, rigorously, and humbly. Faith, then, when integrated with scholarship, can generate new questions, new methods, and new ways of seeing the world. This book calls us to imagine classrooms and research places with Christian contributions that are not silenced but welcome as a part of broader intellectual conversations, not only so that Christianity wins, but so that truth can be pursued fully by all people without cutting off voices before they're even allowed to speak. Marsden's outrageous idea is less about being outrageous and more about being honest about who we are as scholars and what shapes the way we pursue knowledge. The challenge now is ours to think, write, research, and participate in academia with both faith and integrity. Thank you for listening.